Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Echoes from the Road, a podcast about music, moments, and everything in between, from the first note to the lot after. My name is Annabella.
Chris from Colorado.
Bill Greenberg, older Deadhead, also live in Colorado.
And today I am introducing Vittoria Corvelli.
Woo!
Very excited to welcome Vittoria to our podcast. You are a film student, a newly minted Deadhead and documentary filmmaker, and you're currently getting ready to graduate from Duke. Vittoria became a Deadhead by proxy, growing up surrounded by the music. But after seeing Dead & Co. a few times, she fell in love with it on her own terms. And now as a senior film student, she's directing an investigative documentary about 5 times the Grateful Dead played at Duke University between 71 and 82, which was the most performances at a university not on the West Coast. Since starting the project, you've uncovered backstage drama, show production lore, and tapped into a thriving Duke alumni Deadhead network, which is amazing. So welcome, Vittoria.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, especially with the family that is the family that got me to be a Deadhead by proxy. If for our listeners that are audio only right now, this is my younger sister. If you're watching the visual, you could see the resemblance. I hope it's not confusing for them because I've been told that we have really similar voices too.
Oh, damn, that is true.
It's
That's
good.
Funny.
But yeah, I'm so excited to be here. And honestly, the timing, it's just so perfect. I'm in the thick of my documentary project right now. Like I kind of mentioned before, I did some stuff this weekend, got 2 new Grateful Dead posters this weekend. It's just an exciting time. But yeah, other than that, I'm a senior film student, just enjoying my life in Durham, North Carolina.
Nice.
Things are good.
Good stuff. Can you tell us about your posters?
Yes, I would love to. Okay, this poster that I got here on the right is from 1976 show in Cameron Indoor Stadium, which is an iconic stadium, that Duke's basketball arena. It's known for being small and making the audience live experience super loud, especially during our basketball games. And then the poster on the right, forget which one this is from. That one's dope. Yeah, it's awesome,
I like that one.
right? This is
That was
from
super cool.
Duke Union Major Attractions, December 8th. Another one in Cameron Indoor Stadium. So one of the later shows, I forget which year. But these were both gifted to me by an alumni that's been helping me, an alumni and a professor who's been helping me with my project. He's known as the Grateful Dead professor around school. So he's honestly the start of my whole story and my whole journey, because I heard that there was a Grateful Dead professor and I was like, I got to meet this guy. So I asked him for lunch, and then the rest is history.
Nice.
Yeah. So let it rip. How did you start this project? What is the project? Is it part of a class? Where are you at now? Where's it going? We want to know it all. Yeah. I started this project meeting that professor. His name is Eric Malin, and I found out about him and wanted to have lunch with him around the same time that I needed to do something called a portrait film in my experimental film class. And a portrait film is like an experimental film that's about one subject, so one place, one person. And when I met him, and there was also probably something else going on in my life, I'd spent the day listening to my Dead playlist or something like that, where I was like, yo, I should make my place or my subject. Or actually in class, we watched someone else's documentary as inspiration, and it was about a family-run business that sells music and movie posters, and they made an awesome documentary about their warehouse that's just filled with posters, and they put it to the soundtrack of Dark Side of the Moon, the whole entire thing. And we watched it in class, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, I want to do that. And then I met the Grateful Dead professor, so I was like, I want to do it with the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But then I met him, had lunch with him, and made that film, which is the trailer that I sent you guys. And then he just kept talking and talking. And half of the time that we were having lunch, we were just talking about, like, going to shows at the Sphere and, like, comparing notes on, like, which like, the different shows that we saw, and he told me some amazing stories about, like, him going to see them in Cabo and, like, special songs
Oh,
meaning things to him. Yeah.
so
It was
yeah, can you share a little bit more about like what did he share with you? Was he following them around when he was younger? How did he get into the Dead? And what's
Yeah.
his story?
He saw his first show when he was, like, 16 or 17, I think, and he went with his sister, so at least for his first couple shows, and then he started, traveling around seeing them, and he's still friends with, like, some of the friends that he went I think he went to his first show in Florida, and yeah, he's just been, like, going to shows ever since, and then with his first wife, she wasn't super into the Dead, but he kind of, like, brought her into it because by proxy, you're friends or, like, family with the Deadhead, you're just gonna end up going to some shows, and then just the music became very special to them, and they had, like, one song that was really special and was their wedding song, and his first wife passed away, unfortunately, and
Mm.
that song has just, like, appeared in his life since and, like, random shows that
Oh,
he's gone to, and
Do you
it's
know
just
what
like,
song it is?
"If I Had the World to Give,"
Nice.
and I had never heard that song, and it's one of my favorites from the past month or so because it's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Nice.
But it was amazing, like, we just had a great conversation, and it got, like, emotional and deep for, like, a professor having lunch with a student,
mhm.
and then so quickly and easily, like, the conversation got to, like, all the other alumni and people that he's friends with who, like, are Deadheads and just, like, that community, and, it was just so beautiful to me, and I just wanted to find out more, and so I was like, "I'm gonna do this project, and I'm gonna make an excuse for me to, like, call up every single one of these, like, alumni who are Deadheads." And it's been a super fun journey since.
They
Nice.
love talking about it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think it's so, so awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That is very cool. So when are you gonna be done? Like, how
That's a
far in
great
are you?
that's a great question. So, okay, my updates on the project right now. I have to shift because of all my original project was kind of had a like I was diving deep into their 1978 show in Cameron Indoor Stadium because it became an iconic show for that year. And 2 years ago they released like a whole like box set of the live recording of the show. There's like my professor that I met with wrote the liner notes for it, just all this context behind the show and the production of it, which has been like a whole exciting thing that I've dived into. And I really wanted to do that and use found footage from the show, like go through the recording because that's something else that's special about it is that it's like one of the few shows that for free on YouTube, like there's a full recording of.
Mhm.
Um, and and then something added that's awesome is when I track down like this all these shows were put on by Duke students, and when I track down who did the recording, it is the film production company on Duke that I currently run. So it just became like such a personal project for me also to like travel back in time and see like a group that I spend so much of my time with and like serving at Duke is this like programming club that puts on like concerts. Like I produce films, events for all the students. And 50 years ago, this is what they were putting on. And
Oh,
so
that's so cool.
it's
Wow.
so awesome. So I traveled
Very cool.
in I'm just gonna keep going, and you guys please interrupt me because I feel like I could just rant and
No, you're
talk about
good.
all
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're
this. Okay.
good.
I went into the Duke archives, and this professor, Eric Malin, told me to do this because he became known as the Grateful Dead professor because he taught a class on the Grateful Dead, and I'm so upset that it was running when I was a freshman and then it stopped and I didn't know about it because I was a stupid, ignorant freshman who didn't check enough of the course log. But he went through this all with his class, so he discovered that there's, like, gold in there, and I went into the archives. I requested 17 boxes of Duke archives, and I go in, and you gotta put all of your computer, and I could bring my phone, so I have pictures, and they told me not to take videos, but I did anyways, and your notebook and everything in these lockers, no food, and I sat in there, and I spent, like, only 5 hours or 5 hours, and I've only gone through 2 boxes so far. So, and Kristen, when you ask me when is this gonna end, I think I have a little bit of a long journey ahead of me,
Yeah.
but
Where
it's
can
super
you take
exciting.
it with you? Can you take it with you? What if you don't finish it by the time you graduate?
Oh, well, no, that's not an option. I'm gonna hunker down.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna
okay.
hunker down and it's gonna happen. Um, but I've been going through there. That's where I saw some like there was drama about the students like producing it. There was drama. I remember in the 78 show they have on the like film of it at some point, like the lights were on and they were like, turn the freaking lights down. And they stopped the show for like 2 minutes to yell at them to turn the lights down. And then I could read in the Duke archives all of these notes about summaries from the group putting it on of how the show went, and they reflected on those exact things and were like asking the administration like they need to listen to us next time, like in the moment, like the student leaders running the concert, like there's just like
Oh
drama
my
around it.
goodness.
um and
Yikes.
the very first show that was put on in 1971 was part of Joe College Weekend, which do you guys like I just heard the term Joe College. Do you guys know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Do you?
Just the average, Joe at a school,
Average
the
Joe.
average guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the average Joe, and so it was like, he's like the average Joe who's just a, like, college student, and he's just, like, like, drinking out of red Solo cups and walking around on the quad and going to school, and he's an average Joe, and so they had Joe College Weekend, and
That's
it was
funny.
basically just like a celebration weekend for all of the students, and that's when they first brought the Grateful Dead, and they brought the Dead, the Beach Boys, and a band called Bread, and
Damn,
they
bro.
played there you go,
God.
and they played all day long, they had concerts all weekend, and there's some footage of that online too, which is awesome, and then here pops in some of my other, like, just, like the journey of this documentary has, like, had so many moving parts and, like, exciting parts of the investigative, like, journalism part that have just, like, been kismet and worked out, but there's an alumni called Eric Greenspan who he was on the committee and helped produce that very first show in 1971. And before I knew that, he is an alumni that I met a year and a half, 2 years ago when I was studying in LA for a semester. And we just
You think?
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
So I go to his, like, fancy office in LA, and he's got, like, this, like, huge, like, piece of fish artwork, and, like, he's showing and I'm, like, geeking out, and so then, of course, he starts showing us all the memorabilia, and I'm like, "Okay, if you didn't bring me with you, like, you wouldn't have seen this stuff." Like, and there was, like, a signed Chili Peppers set list on, like, a regular piece of printer paper and, like, the coolest handwriting ever, and, like, just, like, like, albums and all this stuff everywhere. And it was really cool, and he was awesome, and I just stayed pen pals with him when I went to shows at the Sphere with my family. I would email him back and forth, and we would, like, tell him where I was sitting and, what we liked about the show, whatever. And then I find out, like, through this project that he, produced that show in 1971, and I'm like, "I know this guy, and I know, like, how his career trajectory ended up." Like, he just fell in love with the music and never stopped doing it, and now he's, like, working with the band.
It's like literally the dream. Like,
Yeah.
Literally the
Yes.
dream. So, that's amazing, and then I found out another alumni is, like, works at the record label that helps represent them too, so all of me finding out all of these things, I was like, "I gotta talk to all these people." So that's another reason I'm doing this project is just to hopefully hear, like, the coolest stories about these people who were there on Duke's campus when the students were like, "Who do we want to see and what experiences do we wanna have?" And they were like, "We want, like, bluegrass, like, psychedelic music, Grateful Dead on campus."
yeah.
And then they just
So
never stopped working it.
so
Yeah.
I have a question because I got to check out the trailer earlier today, which I know you said has some more rounds of edits to go through. But so is
Yeah.
the documentary, the content is going to be you interviewing these alumni, right? And then you have all these great visuals to go with it and some music to go with it. I guess I saw the trailer. How are you going to frame the whole film?
Yeah.
What's your vision? How are you going to lay it out?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
sorry. I love when people ask me about this stuff because then I get to talk about it. It makes me so
Yeah,
happy.
no, yeah.
Okay, so from that trailer, like I mentioned a little earlier, like there's just so many licensure issues that I'm running into. And so a lot of that stuff, like when I made that trailer, I nothing, like no footage, like one small interview. And since then I've been like, I just need to get more of that. So I'm filming my interviews with these alumni. That's going to be like part of the soundtrack and part of the story. But since then, I've also just started like I've been leading all of this by this one guiding question, like, why, like, what is it about the Grateful Dead? Period. That's the question. And like, what kind of community did it bring when they played here 5 times? And why did they come here 5 times? And more what all of those investigative questions have led me to is just like where, like that community that you find when you talk to people about the Grateful Dead or you meet people like through that community, like what is that and where can I still find it on Duke's campus? And like, what was it like when it was on Duke's campus? And is it still on Duke's campus? And I'm also part of like Duke's music scene. I help run a little bit of the record label. I'm friends with some of the musicians. And there's some students who are also Deadheads and they've been playing like Grateful Dead music in some of their sets and random shows. And so my newest idea that has yet to have literally any planning whatsoever, but I swear it's gonna happen, is to fill in my soundtrack because I can't use the songs that are on YouTube because they're getting taken down. I'm having licensure issues. I'm gonna like have all of these artists and students play like a full concert of just like Grateful Dead music. I'm gonna film it and I'm gonna use that and like market it by hopefully like trying to get students who are artistic to make cool posters and put those all over the place and just like try to like plant little seeds of bringing the culture back on campus and just seeing what happens and having that journey be a big part of my story. And then I'm gonna film it and use the music from that show to be the soundtrack to my documentary.
That's
You
awesome.
used to have to do postcards for tickets back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And we used to like decorate them. You should make people do that.
That is
That
a
would be kind of
great
cool.
idea.
That is
That's
a
a
good idea.
great idea.
Yeah.
I did that. One of the artists that I manage played at the farmers market a couple weeks ago, and she just said it herself. She was like, "Oh, like, what if I had something cute like that, like where people could like?" Or I was like, "You need something to scan your Spotify," and she was like, "Oh, well, what if it was like something cute that people could take?" And she made cute little postcards for people to take. I had no
Yeah.
idea it was a thing. That's
Wait, yeah,
awesome.
so Chris and Billy, tell me a bit more about the postcard process because you guys have told me about this and I had no idea. And
Yeah,
it's
tell me.
fun, it's cool.
So it was very stressful process actually, because I was the only one of my friend group all over the country. Even some people from Europe would call me and say, "What is the information? If you missed it, if you missed a semicolon or a period or a dash, you would get declined." So I was almost like a savant, and I would study this more than I did in graduate school, just to know exactly how they wanted it. And it was very stressful, and that's a story for another time where I could talk about.
But what was it? Like, what did you have to do on the
You had to
postcard?
you had to get a money order at the exact price. So if it's $97.43, if you send 42, you did not get your tickets.
Wow.
And the process was great because you got back these tickets that were colorful and beautiful and had pictures of Grateful Dead themes. And
Yeah.
it was just always fun to get that tour booklet that had 120 tickets in it, for 15 shows in a row for 5 people, 4 people, 6 people, whatever. And I call them fun tickets.
Fun tickets? Nice.
That's so awesome. So I gotta talk about that, like all of the different tickets. This weekend, I went to Eric Mullen's house, the alumni. He's got 500, I think is a low estimate of the number of posters that he has in his house.
Mm.
It is the most ridiculous thing ever. This is gonna be a lot of my footage for the film too, because I got some good stuff this weekend. And he's got some awesome box sets. One of the box sets was like this huge wooden chest, and you open it and it's got like a classic like post office manila, I think, folder is the like orange folder or whatever. And he like poured it out and it was all like sick tickets with different designs on it, and then I think there was probably some postcards in there. I had no idea. And then he lifted it up and they were all different. I think they were CDs or like maybe they were cassettes. I didn't fully, but they were thin. I think they were CD cases, and it was like a rainbow. There was like 12 of them. It was crazy. And it just everything
Wow.
in the box, there was like things flying out, like little stickers. There were stickers and like embroidered patches. It was just like memorabilia everywhere. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay. So I got to ask, like, you're glowing right now because you're so excited about this
Mhm.
documentary. Clearly, this is this is your jam, right?
Yeah.
So, do you want to take this into I mean, you're graduating in May. Are you thinking about wanting to do something like this in the
Yeah.
future? Yeah.
Yeah. I think a reason that this documentary is like so exciting and such great timing for me too, is because and part of the reason I'm definitely glowing is because I'm at a time in like my student career, senior, that I don't have, like, I have a lot of free time, but I also like am filling it by just with these projects that I'm just like passionate about. So since I don't have a super demanding school schedule, I'm able to just like spend most of my time like doing this stuff that I
Right on.
love.
That's awesome.
And me finding this passion project while I have this time to do it is also been perfect timing because I got a grant to make a film this summer and be able to keep filmmaking, which is exciting. And that's also going to be slightly a documentary, like slightly narrative kind of documentary, like similar, like kind of investigative project to find the story. And getting to do this right now and having the time and, like, the passion and the idea for it is gonna be great practice for, like, I think my next thing that I make will be starting, oh my god, hello, will be starting this summer. So,
My
um
spot dog says you're a spot dog.
oh my goodness.
That's
That's
too cute.
Maisie.
It's so cute. But yeah, it's exciting. I wanna keep doing this, and it's, like, perfect timing for me to practice as my next project is, like, already set, and I need practice for it. It's awesome.
It's so
That
cool.
is very exciting.
I have an interesting question for you. What tickles you more about the music? The actual music or the lyrics? What drew you in first?
You know, the
Good
music.
question.
And
That is a good question.
it is a great question. And I'm only recently like falling in love with the lyrics. And I went to see, so this another amazing thing. Another student that I met who's one of the singers, like student singers on campus. So I met her through like just being in the music scene. And she's also from Oregon. She's from Ashland, and her family's a Deadhead, so she loves the music. And she got tickets to go see J-Rad like a week ago, was playing here in Durham. And she couldn't go, and she was like, Vittoria, take my tickets. And I was like, thank you. I was like, that is awesome. So I went and Deepak is like, it's like a theater. It's really fancy. And she had really good seats. And I was standing for a lot of it and like swaying and dancing, enjoying the music. And this is my first time seeing J-Rad, and like their singers are amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the lead guys. Well, I know the lead guy is Joe Russo, the drummer, but the lead
Tommy Hamilton.
okay, Tommy Hamilton has a beautiful voice and
Yeah.
dude's got range. Like he was singing parts of the songs that like the woman who's like sung with them would sing. And he sounded freaking amazing. And so for half of that show, like I was just sitting in my chair and I was listening, and for about 10 minutes I was sitting with my eyes closed just listening. And I kind of started to like see the beautiful like poetry of a lot of the lyrics and
Oh,
that and
dude,
also
this makes me so excited. I've been playing the Dead around the house for such a long time, and I don't know, like obviously our whole family's into them, and we've been going to these shows for a bit, but really and truly, when you understand it and it clicks and it becomes, that's like something you got to go through on your own. And whether you figure it out in a concert or listening on your headphones or in the car or whatever, it's eye-opening. It's like,
Yeah.
damn,
Very
they
true.
were onto something there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
always
then
get, sorry to interrupt, but I always get looks from people because I'm always dancing when I'm driving on my car and
Yeah.
hitting the windshield wipers and everyone, yeah. So, like, what's
that's
wrong with these
Yeah,
awesome.
people?
yeah.
That is my move. Dancing and like singing so loud and just like being visibly like I'm at my own personal concert for one in my car is my favorite thing. I think it's part of what life's
Show
about.
us your favorite dance move.
Oh my God. I got so many like I need some music. Give me some music. I'll whip out my dance moves so
She's gonna
fast.
start spinning.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
It's so awesome though, and I've been slightly intimidated by the Grateful Dead's incredibly deep discography. Like it's a little intimidating because I'm like, I don't know. And this project and just like putting on like a 5-hour playlist and then like slowly just being like this song over and over again. I'm like, I love hearing it and then falling in love with it and then just following a trail to like the next one, the next one.
Well,
It's been
it's awesome because I mean, for me at least, I obviously didn't get to like grow up with the Dead releasing songs and like touring and stuff like that. So for me, people ask me all the time, they're like, "How can you listen to such an old artist? They have such like a limited amount of music. They're never going to drop anything new." And I'm like, "I have been listening fairly consistently, like thousands, tens of thousands of minutes a year, and I still have not heard every Dead song. I still have not heard every live version. Like, I don't think I ever will." Just so yeah, it is endless and it makes it exciting and
Yeah, it
yeah,
definitely
pretty
does.
great.
it's so crazy. What is everyone's like favorite like not other than at a live show, like favorite setting and scene to listen to music? Where it's like what the only thing you're doing or like activity and then this is what it's paired with.
You know, I think everyone having a different show on their, well, Walkman when I used to do that, and we'd play frisbee golf, and we got so into the music and, and the things we were doing about the music and we just forgot to play frisbee and just were dancing around the golf course.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I like that.
I never found my frisbee, by the way.
No, I don't know. I liked our dance party.
That was awesome.
I love our dance party.
Yeah, that
That
pretty
was
dope.
really good. Yeah.
I hit a quick dance party with my friend last night after dinner, and we just turned music on, and then someone got up to put a plate in the dishwasher and it started dancing a little bit, and then like I was up dancing, and then next thing we know, lights are off, music's up
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good way to do it. V, I feel like you know my answer to this question. I just love going on drives.
in the car.
Like if
Mhm.
it's raining, I want to go on a drive and blast the music. If it's sunny, I want to go on a drive and I want to roll the windows down and blast the music, and everything about the day and the weather dictates what kind of music I'm going to listen to. But that
That's
time
funny.
where
Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
just,
go for it.
well, it just happened yesterday where I slowed down because I wanted to be at the red light so I can, find the song I wanted
Yeah.
for the rest of the drive.
I
Yeah.
literally did that a couple hours, like 100% I did that today. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
like I don't mind coming to a full stop. Like I got to get
Exactly.
through this song, right?
Or, missing the turn and taking an extra like detour square
Right.
to
Like whoops,
get to finish
another
the
10
song.
minutes?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Right.
It's like, why have you been in your car in your driveway for a half an hour?
Exactly.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't miss
Yeah.
that transition.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, V, I have to commend you on I mean I had a gist of what your project was about, but I think it's so great that you're trying to pull in the younger Dead community with the alum that you've met, because it's hard to feel connected the way I hear about like Kristen and Billy, the way you guys felt going to shows. It's hard to feel that like with people my age, just because we are I don't want to say outsiders. I feel very welcome in the Dead community, but it's just different. And so it's great that you found other musicians and you're going to pull them in and you're going to pull in to do the art and have that
Yeah.
outreach. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
that's part of why we do this show as well, is to, connect the generations of people who love the same music. It brings us together. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Would you
Yeah.
ever consider posting a link so people that our
Yeah.
listeners can see it?
For sure. For sure. Once it's done, I'll definitely let you guys know and have
Okay.
you help me out. Spread the word.
Yeah, we'll put it
Yes.
up on our
Yeah.
Facebook.
Share to as many people as possible. I think that too, like it was so fun, and I still have, like, more alumni to talk to, and I'm excited to, like, hear about other, like, people's, like, stories and just their passion for it. Like, it is, like, so fun and heartwarming, but at a certain point, I was like, "Now I wanna see a little bit of the story, like, about, like, right here and what's going
Yeah.
on right now, and, like, see if I can, like, create and continue to, like, share and spread that." So,
Yeah,
I'm
and
Nice.
honestly, it's so funny once you start digging, deadheads pop up everywhere. Like you'll
Yeah.
see a bumper sticker, like somebody's tattoo will poke out and you're like everywhere. And it's awesome. It's like a little, ooh, like you
well
and me, we got something in common, you know?
so awesome, and that it was so cool seeing, like, going to DPAC, like, the Durham, like, I don't know, like, Schnazzy theater, and then for when it just turned into, like, a sea of tie-dye. It was so
Mhm.
awesome, like, all around downtown Durham. It was so good.
And Annabella, I like to jump off what you said earlier about younger deadheads and older deadheads.
Yeah.
From my point of view, I love the younger deadheads, and the fact that you guys did not see Jerry Garcia does not matter because you have those live recordings, you know? And most of the time, I was, not sober enough to even remember what the show was. So, it's great to have you guys love this music, and it makes our investment that much more precious to me,
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
you know?
and I
It's
was
awesome.
really touched by, like, seeing a lot of what like, Bobby's memorial and,
Mm.
like his passing happening through all of this as well, and I was like, "What a great time to reach out to these people and just connect, like, and, like, talk and remember him," and then, like and I watched a lot of it, and a lot of it was like, let the music keep playing and let it go on, so it was like, how
Yep.
beautiful to see if I could get to, like, have this a younger generation, like, play. Oh,
And
that's all.
Victoria, who
How'd
Oh,
you get that?
I saw them with Bobby.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so I got this sticker online that says, "I saw them with Bobby and it was magical." And
that's a good one.
yeah, when you started saying that, Billy, I was like, yeah, yeah, no, it's I
Like,
didn't get to see them with Jerry, but yeah,
hey, I didn't see him with Pigpen, so,
there you go.
right? But I still love Pigpen, so,
Exactly.
yeah.
You guys gotta watch and check out the, online 1978 Cameron Indoor show.
It's black and
It
white, I watched it a lot.
yeah, it's awesome. Even watching that, I was like, "This is, like" so it was awesome.
So,
Like,
Victoria, when I
Jerry's, like,
see you
banging pots and pans in some part of it during Jumps in Space. It's a cool show. Yes,
you know
sorry,
what I
go ahead.
see for you, Victoria? I see that you will be the Grateful Dead archivist as you get older.
You know what?
I
And
picture that for you.
I have a little, like, archive, like, history work as well, and then jumping in and spending time in those library archives, I loved it. It was so awesome. I was, like, reading memos back and forth. There was, like, drama in there, and everything is written down and recorded. There was a like, meeting minutes after one of the performances where they were getting feedback from students about the show, and a lot of them was like, "Too freaky, why do they only bring bands that are for kids that like drugs, sex, and drinking?"
Sounds
And, like,
awesome.
Yeah.
it was a mess. Yeah, I was like,
What's wrong
"That's"
with that?
yeah. I was like, "It's so awesome." Yeah,
Well,
it was
One
really
of the funniest stickers I ever saw on tour was this guy was selling stickers and says, "Who are the Grateful Dead and why will they follow me around?"
That's awesome. Now, V, I don't know if you've mentioned it yet, but she works at the music library at Duke, and she got to show me around what it's like
Wow.
there, and she even showed me you had just like one small little pull-out bin with some dead stuff, and that just
That was the
scratches the
box set.
surface.
That was even I forgot about that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
I start working at the music library this year, and during my very first training shift, he's, like, showing me around the whole place, which is honestly, like, I freaking love libraries now. So, Billy, you are not far off with me and the archivist job because I don't know, maybe this is my new calling, but I
Just invite us down to go. I always want to go,
yeah.
like, put my gloves on and
Remember the
Right.
little people.
oh,
Remember the
yeah.
little
Oh,
people.
yeah. Got you guys. But they had the box set, and he was training me, like, showing me all the CDs, and I saw that, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." Like, I gotta check that out. It's awesome, and then he starts telling me, oh, like, I'm like, "You like the Grateful Dead?" And he was like, "Yeah." Joe Salem, the head of the library, he's a huge Deadhead. Like, he's one of the people I've talked to as well. Like,
Nice.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
That's so cool.
That's
I'm one of
Yeah.
those deadheads. I've moved maybe 7 times in the last 10 years, and I still move my 1,200 Grateful Dead tapes from place to place.
Really? Wow. There you go. That's
And
your
about
collection.
100 of them I taped myself.
Wow.
Wow.
And then do you have like, are they uploaded anywhere? Or is that your person?
I did back in the day with different technology, put a lot on CD, but those didn't last very long. So I haven't done anything that kind of thing. But there's so many apps on the everywhere that have archive and
Yeah.
re-listen.
How much would you charge Vittoria to put all that on in the cloud for him?
Yeah.
That I don't you know what? It sounds like it would take a long time, but a lot of that time, most of that time would just be sitting and listening to shows. So it doesn't sound like the worst ever.
And I have notes on my tape where Jerry bent the universe, so.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. This is what, and one day, like you or anyone's going to go through that collection and do it. And it's going to be so awesome.
Well, my children wrote, so it's up to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, yeah. Do we want to do our recurring segment? Belle, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so I mean, we've been doing this the past couple of weeks, and I think it's fun. Just everybody's gonna share a song that's been on repeat lately. What's even today, or the past week, or the past month, or whatever. What's a song you can't stop listening to? Doesn't have to be a Dead song. Mine's not a Dead song this week. I'll give you a second to think. There, Chris, do you want to kick it off?
That's easy. Eric Clapton, You Look Wonderful Tonight.
Oh,
Good
that's such a
one.
great song.
I think about Chris when I hear that song.
Yeah.
Aw.
And mine is No More Lonely Nights by Paul McCartney, because I think about him when I hear that song.
You two are so cute.
Aw.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My song has been, I don't know how many people have watched Alyssa Liu's performance at the Winter
Yes.
Olympics.
Beautiful.
yeah.
So she did her freestyle to MacArthur Park by Donna Summer.
So
Can't stop listening to it. So I wake up, I put it on, I dance while I brush my teeth. Midday, getting lunch, I play it again, revives me. It's just it's nonstop. So yeah.
I'm so like deeply impressed and moved by the Olympics, but I have not been so moved by any Olympic performance like as I was by hers. Like
She's awesome.
literally ever. Like I don't know if you guys have seen her final performance that won her the gold, but it is insane. It is amazing.
It was so fun to watch, and she's just having fun doing it. And that's also why like this song's been on repeat, because I'm like, if she's having fun to the song, I'm gonna have fun to the song too.
Yeah.
Right. Belle, what's the name of the song again? I want to write it down.
MacArthur Park. V, what do
My
you got?
Wow.
song is Give Me Love by George Harrison because I became obsessed when I saw the new music video to it come out, and I haven't
Yeah.
stopped listening.
Yeah, it's claymation, right? And Finn Wolfhard
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Claymation music video that, and I forget where I heard this story. I think it was like Stranger Things promo. Finn Wolfhard told the story that Fred Armisen and him were chatting at a party, and Fred Armisen is good friends with like the Harrison, like part of the family that runs the estate, and they were looking for a director like film a new music video to Give Me Love. And he was like, yo,
Wow.
Finn, like, can I put your name in? You should do it. And he's like, yeah, you can put my name in.
Like, yeah.
I'm busy.
All right.
So he did it, and it was awesome. And it's a beautiful song.
Awesome. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to play every single one of them.
You guys should check out the new music video if you haven't seen it. It's on YouTube, and yeah, he does a really good job. It's fun to watch, and yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
That goes out to our
Awesome.
listeners as well. Check out the Finn Wolfhard Give Me Love, Give Me Peace music video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome.
Need that message
That-
more now than ever.
Yeah.
That, and I've listened to Tin Man by America like 3 times today. But
I love that song.
that's just a today song.
Love that
Joe
song.
America's touring
You know
right
what?
now?
No, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
so awesome. Okay, also, I was gonna say my answer from earlier was gonna be a Goose song because I'm also really obsessed with Goose.
Goose
And
is
they're coming.
Minataranda.
Goose is
I
good.
really, really want to see them.
They're good.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen them?
I've seen them a couple times
And
Oh,
he
yeah?
gets free concerts. I mean, if
on videos of them. Yeah.
gets free videos.
How do you
So,
get to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Old friend of mine used to be the videographer for the Allman Brothers, so he has all these little connections that
Oh,
I don't have
that's
to pay 20
awesome.
bucks for every show. So
Yeah.
you give him $20 for every show?
no, I don't have to pay the 20
Oh,
bucks.
you don't have to pay. I was like, wait a minute, you're paying for that?
No.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, hey, V, thanks so much for telling us your story. That's
Yeah.
so exciting. I can't wait to see your documentary.
I'm so glad
I'm
you guys got
jealous. I'm jealous of your adventure.
Thank you.
Me
I'm
too.
can't wait to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
absolutely. We'll boost it on our platform for sure.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
And then you
absolutely.
send out this podcast to all your alumni and
Oh, I will.
music connections.
That's a
I've
good idea.
been yapping about it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Vittoria has a friend we have to get on the show at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Another alumni friend that I just, like, became friends with instantly once we discovered our shared interests in music, and then we
Nice.
talked to each other for 30 minutes. There was, like, 4 people in the conversation, and we were just yapping and yapping about music, her and I, over everyone else. It was awesome. Yeah, you guys would
Nice.
love her and got to talk to her.
Awesome.
Are we going to meet her at your graduation?
I doubt it. She's an alumni. She was just back for 1 weekend, but she's gonna be at Jazz Fest.
Oh,
So,
nice. Okay.
there's a chance that we could meet her
Okay.
then.
Nice.
I would really love to try and find her because she, I can tell, is a very fun person to see.
I bet she's gonna be at JRAD too then.
Yeah. Are we
Yeah.
going to see J-Brad in New
Yeah.
Orleans?
Yeah.
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 No
Saturday
freaking
night.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
text her.
Saturday
Yeah.
night.
That is so awesome.
V,
Get your
also,
rest. Get your rest.
Yeah, I'll drop this tidbit. JRAD is playing in Portland on my birthday.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Nice.
They
3
announced
times
like,
in 1 year.
yeah, they're playing at Pioneer Courthouse Square
Oh my
on
goodness.
my birthday.
Pioneer Courthouse Square?
know,
Like,
I know.
outside in the
Yeah.
square?
I know. It's peculiar.
They just wanna spread the music through the whole city.
Yep.
There you go.
But yeah,
That's
good things
awesome.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
great things ahead.
All right. Well, yeah. This was great. Thanks again, V. Bill, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Billy,
Thank you for
Billy.
your hard work.
Yeah, Billy, thanks
Yes.
for hanging out with us.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was
Yes.
good. I guess peace out, everyone, and we'll talk soon.
Till next
Peace
time.
out.
Yep.
Jerry on.
Jerry on.